Hey everybody, it's Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers, and I have a Stampin' Show and Tell project for you today. Today's something bright and cheery for summertime. I'm going to be using the Flourishing Phrases stamp set, and I was playing with this sketch from the Case the Sketch Challenge 276. So that's a current challenge. So if you link to my blog or you get my Show and Tell news, I'll have the information on how to get back to their blog, or you can just Google Case the Sketch and you'll find them. So as you can see, their idea sketch has images up here with a simple sentiment. So I wanted to fill that top area with these beautiful flowers and then do the sentiment. So I'm going to show you how I put it together. Now this is a masking technique I used today, and so before you start to recreate, you'll have to make some masks. And what I do is I use post-it notes. So I just take the standard post-it note, stamp the flower on it, and then I use my paper snips and I trim them out. Okay, so I have 3 of those ready to go. So let me get my cardstock in here. Okay, so first I'm going to stamp in crushed curry. So I'm going to ink up my stamp. And I'm going to stamp one kind of right here, off center a little bit, but right there. Now what I do is I take a mask and I find a fit to cover it. That'll work. I just stick that down on top. Now I ink up again, and I'm going to stamp right over next to it, and if I overlap, my mask is going to protect that from getting ink on it. I'm going to do it on this side too. Okay, so in a masking technique, as you'll see, the one that I did first and masked will look the closest to us. Alright, now I'm going to switch colors. So let me put the mask back on. There we go. And then I have 2 more masks here, so I'm going to cover up my other 2 images that I just stamped. I'm going to switch colors and use pumpkin pie. Let's see. It's not a completely symmetric flower, so you have to kind of work your mask to fit over your image. Okay, so now I'm switching to pumpkin pie, and I'm going to ink this up. So I'm going to stamp a pumpkin pie flower here. Okay, and now I'm going to move the mask over. You can see it's just a series of masks. I'm going to go ahead and do this one in the corner. So now I'm just filling in all that space around my yellow flowers. Got it? And then I want to add a few more on the bottom. So I'm going to flip these masks over, find a good fit again. Sometimes it's a little tricky to find the fit. Let's see. There we go. And we'll do the one more over here. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp a couple more of these orange flowers peeking out the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to take all our masks off. So you can see my masks get kind of messy, but you can just keep using them until they're not sticky anymore, and then you just make new ones. Alright, so there is my masked background. Now I could have left it like that and just put my sentiment on. So I'll do that next, stamping it with just a note. And then we'll layer that onto a piece of basic black. Get my snail out. And you could dress this up with ribbon, or you could pop it up on dimensionals. Lots of things you could do from this point. Oops. Will it come off? Yeah. Let's see if we can get that square. There we go. Flip that over. so I don't smudge all that ink with my fingers. Okay. Now I've got my crushed curry card base. Okay, and I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. So you're probably thinking, wait, she didn't finish, right? Well, this would be the original card idea I had for the sketch. Then, I'll show you when I flip it over and put it on, I'll show you what I added. Okay, so that's a clean and simple case. Okay, no super grand embellishments, just bright flowers, nice and simple, easy to go. Now, what I decided to do after was, I didn't like the way some of the masking looked a little smudged around the edges. So what I did is I took another piece, I'm stamping on shimmer white, I took some more shimmer white and I stamped the flower and then I trimmed it out. See here? Here's the full flower, and then I came in and I'm trimming along the edges and I left that white edge on it. And so now what I'm going to do is also punch out with my leaf punch some garden green leaves. This is a quick way to add some leaf images without having to mask again or stamp more or cut them out. You can just punch them right out. Alright, so there's some leaves. So now I'm going to add those together kind of over the top. So I'm going to add my leaves first. So I'm just going to put all these on my glue dots so they're ready to go. And my flowers. So I'm just making them like stickers. Right? Who doesn't love stickers? So I'm going to take up a leaf and I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to take a flower and go right there. So see how I'm building on top of the imagery? And see, I'm putting another one down here. So I'm not losing my orange, but I'm just adding another element to the card. So let's see, the last one I put 4 on. This one, I kind of like it like that with just the 2. So I think I'm going to leave it. So I have an extra flower. Now this one I added one in the bottom, and I'll tell you, I got an ink smudge on my paper. So I put one on the bottom to cover it up. So you can use your flowers in that way too. Now you could line your card if you want to, or you could leave it bright white, or I'm sorry, bright crushed curry. If you want to line it, I would also recommend that you stamp on it. So let me get some of this orange ink off my stamp here. And I'm going to stamp that in my bright yellow, and I'm just going to put one here in the corner. Okay, so nice, cute, simple note card with the masking technique, which is always kind of a fun one to do. And there we have it. So I hope you enjoyed this one today. It's a little labor intensive, but I think it's truly worth it. And then I just save my masks right in my stamp cases because, you know, you might decide to do it again with a different card. And until they're not sticky anymore, go ahead and keep using them. So there we go. So nothing real super difficult. You got to use your paper snips, but other than that, it's an easy card to case. So if you need the instructions or you want to save the tutorial, so sign up for my show and tell, which comes out on Tuesdays. This card will be out in next week's edition, and then you'll know everything else that's going on in my world of stamping. And until our next stamp together, enjoy yourselves and do some fun summer stamping. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.